everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while. I filmed a video on this YouTube channel. How have you guys been? Life has been going on, life has been happening, a lot has been happening, so I decided to come on here to give a quick life update, tell you guys what has been going on, talk a little bit more about my weight gain journey, talk about application for students to study in China, talk about plans for this YouTube channel, and some other updates and things that have been happening in my life since I stopped uploading videos on this channel. Alright, so if you don't know me, I am Martina. I am a medical doctor. I live in Nigeria. I make videos on YouTube, basically just documenting my life journey, self-development, things that help me, and just me navigating this life. So let's get into the updates. Please leave a comment in the comment section. How have you guys been? I hope you're doing well. For those of you that have decided to stick on this channel, thank you for remaining. I've noticed that my subscribers have been constantly increasing, so thank you guys for coming. We are at over 9,000 subscribers at this point, which is really good. Thank you guys for all your support, and I hope that you continue to support me through the journeys. Okay, so first thing first, most of you coming to my channel now are coming because of my weight gain video, which has been doing very well here on YouTube, and a number of you have some questions regarding weight gain, asking me to talk more about it, how I gained weight. And in that video I tried my best to give the tips that helped me, the things that I did to gain weight fast during that period. But there's still a number of questions. Some of you want to know what I ate, how I was eating, and then I decided to write a book. This book is titled Operation Gain Weight, and that's because that was what I did to gain weight. I went on a journey called Operation Gain Weight. This allowed me to practice some things that were so intentional and focused on gaining weight, and these are the things that helped me. I shared my weight gain journey, I shared my struggles, I shared my 5 steps that are part of the Operation Gain Weight, and I also shared my meal plan. I shared the foods I was eating. There's actually a food timetable. If you get a copy of the ebook, there's also a food timetable in it that I mentioned the particular foods I was eating. I spoke about BMI. I spoke about how to know how much weight you need to gain for your own body. And there's so much more. The book is so rich, it's so filled with all my secrets to gaining weight within that short period. And I know that it will help anyone that is struggling to gain weight, because you all know I struggled to gain weight for most of my life. And even when I ended up gaining weight, I still lost all the weight I gained because of stress from work. But I have been able to gain it back, and even more. I've been able to take more control of my body, of my weight, and all my tips, my tricks, my secrets, everything is in my ebook, Operation Gain Weight. So if you think that the book will be helpful to you, if you're looking to hear more about my experience, get my meal plan, and just use my experience to guide you in the weight gain journey, then I think my book Operation Gain Weight will really help you. I'm going to leave the link to purchase it in the description box. There's a seller link, so for those of you that are Nigerians, you can use the seller link to get it. There's also an Amazon link that will be in the description box, so you can either get it through Amazon, get the e-copy through Amazon, or use the seller link. But these are the 2 links to get my book. I hope to see your reviews. I hope that my tips really help you, and my inbox is always open. You can always DM me on Instagram, Dr. Martina, if you have more questions about weight gain. and I'll be able to help you. I'll be able to answer your questions. But yeah, so that has been the update on my weight gain journey, because I couldn't just come here and keep on filming multiple videos regarding weight gain. So I decided to just put all my information, tips and tricks into that book. But if I still get a lot more questions, I'll be glad to come on here and try answer particular questions about weight gain for you guys on YouTube. Okay, so that is that. Well, I am so proud. I feel proud of myself for starting something and being able to see it through to the end. I had to devote a certain period towards writing that book. I had to sit down, think, plan, take notes, and ensure that all my gems and secrets and tips that worked for me, I also included my expertise as a doctor and things that I know will actually help people, gather it all up and put them into that book. So I feel very proud of myself for being able to write that book. So the book is named Operation Gain Weight because that was what started my weight gain journey. I have a friend who met me when I was skinny, malnourished. I was at my lowest, and he told me that he noticed that I had changed, and he told me that I really need to try and get myself back to how I used to be. And at that moment, I was not so moved because a number of people have spoken about my weight. Some people have told me, oh, you need to gain weight. Oh, Martina, you're losing weight. Oh, Martina, you're not taking care of yourself. I heard it so many times. So hearing it again from this person was just felt like one of those things people say. But he actually told me that we need to start Operation Gain Weight. And that was the first time I heard that. And he decided to help me through the process. That involves feeding, having a schedule, balance, appetite, everything. He decided to help me through it. And it was just something that we called Operation Gain Weight. So when writing this book, I felt Operation Gain Weight was the perfect name that encompasses everything that I went through in order to gain weight during that period. A book is something that you can have once and it can guide you through the whole journey. It's something that you can always go back to look at. If you're struggling, you can go back and read about when I was also struggling and see how I was able to navigate that whole period. I considered, coming onto YouTube and making videos about weight gain over and over again, but some of this information can sometimes be very repetitive because what I did was straightforward. So putting it in a book, knowing that you can always go back to it whenever you want to, you've already purchased it, felt like the right decision for me to make at that point. Some people are trying to lose weight, some are trying to gain weight. We all have our struggles, and because it seems like majority of people are trying to lose weight, doesn't mean that there are not people out there that are also trying to gain weight. Our struggles are all individualized, and we should not ignore our struggles because it is not popular, because a lot of people are not struggling with the same thing. So yeah, this is mostly for my skinny ladies, my skinny girls that have been struggling to gain weight. The easier one depends on the one you're trying to do. If you're trying to gain weight, you will consider it more difficult. And if you're trying to lose weight, it will be more difficult for you too. So there's no easier one. It just depends on what you're trying to do. And also depends on your body, your genetics, the effort you're willing to put in, your diet, a whole lot of factors, and if you're disciplined enough to follow through. And this is something that I try to address in my book, that it is important that you should be disciplined enough to follow through. Because you can read the book and say, okay, I'm going to try some of these things, but if you try it for 1 week or 2 weeks, it might not work for you because it requires much longer for you to start seeing results. So you have to be disciplined enough and follow the processes, and that's actually what is going to help you. Discipline. Healthy weight gain and unhealthy weight gain is all dependent on your BMI. Depending on your body, depending on your height and your weight, there's a particular amount of weight that you can gain depending on your height. So for someone that is tall and someone that is short, if they both need to attain healthy weight, they may not need to gain the same amount of weight. So dependent on your BMI, that will tell you how much weight you need to gain to be considered healthy. For example, I was able to get to 80 kg. And for me, that might be healthy. That is borderline, but that is still healthy. And then there's someone else that will also get to 80 kg. And for that person's body type, that is completely unhealthy. So our bodies are different, our heights are different. So you need to factor in these things when considering how much weight you need to gain in order for it to be considered healthy. So in the book, I spoke about BMI, healthy weight, unhealthy weight, and how to gain the ideal weight for your body type and the things that you can do to actually gain weight. So in my book, there's a section that is just my meal plan. So this consists of the type of food that I ate, and it is a balanced diet. My meal plan is not filled up with junk, because junk alone will not make you gain weight, and that can also make you gain unhealthy weight. So my meal plan consists of the different classes of food. It consists of 5 different meals that you can eat in a day, that I ate in a day, spread around. And these are things that worked for me. These are things that helped me. And these are food that are available in my region here in Nigeria. So depending on where you're from, you might be able to substitute some of this food items to be able to fit into a meal plan that works for you. And you might actually get some of the things I mentioned. A lot of them are also intercontinental that you can get wherever you are in the world. Well, never say never. Yeah, never say never. For now, there's no other book in the works. It is just this one. I want to push this one out as much as possible for it to reach out and help as much people as possible. And based on the response I get, if I feel like I have more to share, I am open to writing another book that can also help people gain weight.